This week is all about sleep. We are in week 6 of food freedom, and this week is all about sleep. My biggest takeaway from Brooke this week in the module was that sleep is the simplest and most affordable strategy for weight loss and long-term health. So we've probably all heard that everyone needs to get 8 hours of sleep per night. But I also know that every person is different and every person requires a different amount of sleep. But Brooke has suggested for us to try and get 7 hours of sleep per night for this week. And she's also realizes that as mothers, especially me with younger kids, that doesn't always happen. And so she encourages you, if you can't get the full 7 hours at night, if you can grab a nap during the day, that adds to your sleep bank. And that you can only fill up your bank per day. So you can't get 5 hours of sleep one night and 10 hours of sleep the next night. While that's helpful, in the long run, it's better to try and get an even amount of sleep every night. This week, she kind of focused on don't get up early, don't stay up late to work out. Get the sleep instead. It's way more important for your health to get that full amount of sleep than it is to work out. And I really like sleep, so that gives me an excuse to sleep in instead of working out. Which really changes my mindset, because a lot of times I've always been like, oh, I gotta get up early, I gotta work out. But I love that she gives me the permission to sleep in. One of her suggestions also in the module is to work on stretching. So before you go to bed, do some stretches. Roll out your back on a foam roller, which, side note, JD's been doing this for months now. Okay guys, what did I do well this week? I did terrible. This week was the worst week to work on sleep. JD and Gibson are out of town this week and next week. They're in North Dakota. And as you already know, I've said before that when JD's out of town, I have a hard time going to bed on time. It's just so easy to, well, I can do this and I'm gonna do this next project, and I'll just stay up a little bit later and finish off this. Even though I'm tired, I cannot make myself go to bed. It is such a struggle for me. Oh my word, of all of the weeks to be working on sleep, this is the week that we chose to have Maverick switch from his crib to his toddler bed, because JD and Gibson are out of town this week, and so we thought it would be good for him to switch while Gibson's not here. We just thought he might transition better without Gibson. The first night I was up with him, he was crying for literally 3 hours straight. He had a hard time going to sleep without his pacifier. We decided that when he went from a crib to a big boy bed, that big boys don't need pacifiers and that he would have to give up his pacifier. And he was really excited about his bed, but I think it finally hit him that he doesn't get a pacifier. And he had a hard time going to sleep, but he finally fell asleep. But then he woke up at 1 and he was up crying for literally 3 hours straight. But we made it through. But let me tell you, I did not get the suggested 8 hours of sleep. So sleep is not really going well this week. But tomorrow is a new day, right? The first night, I think I got maybe a total of 3 hours sleep collectively. It was so cute, his sweet little heart. I was having him pray, I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. And he was just bawling, and I had him say, I can learn how to sleep without a pacifier, and he's bawling. Because God will give me strength, and he's like, You guys got Brooke everything. Oh my gosh, so sweet. Such a sweet little boy. But we made it through with very little sleep. How do I feel this week? I'm tired. Big surprise, right? The rest of my body is feeling pretty good. I can definitely tell when I eat something that isn't nutritious. I took Maverick to McDonald's for a treat this week, and I definitely felt that yuckiness after eating that overly processed food. So my highs and lows this week, my high, totally unrelated to food freedom, was that I got to spend one-on-one time with Maverick. And my goodness, that little boy is a chatty little fellow when his brother's not around. He was already kind of talkative before, but when Gibson's not around, oh my word, just talk. And it was so much fun to be able to spend some time with just him. I don't think I've done that since he was born, so that was really fun this week. Tell me, what is this?
A stingray.
Okay, stingray. Where does he go?
Right here.
This is a... Do you know what that is?
A crab.
That's not a crab. What is that?
An octopus.
Yeah, where does he go?
The octopus goes right here.
Okay, you see if he fits.
He doesn't fit.
Okay, where does he go?
Right here.
Okay, try it. Put him in.
Can you help me put him in?
There you go. And this is a... What is that?
A stingray.
That is not a stingray. What is that?
This is a stingray.
What's that one?
A turtle. Really tiny turtle. He drinks all the water.
He's drinking all the water.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. Bubble.
Where does he go? What is he?
A stingray.
That's not a stingray. What is that?
This is a stingray.
Yep. What's that?
I don't know.
It's a squid.
Squid.
Where's the squid go?
The squid goes like here. So that's his neck. Very tiny bubble. Bubble, bubble, bubble.
Good job.
Bubble, bubble, bubble. Bubble, bubble. Bubble, bubble.
I was also enjoying making healthy meals for just the two of us versus my whole family. So that was a nice little break to make smaller meals and not have to cook as much. What do I need to work on this week? You already know that I failed at what I was supposed to be working on this week was getting enough sleep. So next week, even though JD and Gibson are still gone, I'm going to focus on going to bed and getting enough sleep. Oh my word, Maverick's newfound freedom with no crib is to wake up at 6:30 in the morning and start walking around his room and reading books and making noise. And that's not okay. But I am glad that I was able to keep up on my healthy nutrition and just keep going with what I've already laid down as a foundation for my food freedom. Woohoo! See you next week.